everyone, I'm Miss Audrey at the Rockles Memorial Library and welcome to our Summer Library Challenge. Today we are going to make a dragon egg, and this is a purple one that I made already. And now we are going to look inside our craft bag and see what we've got. It looks like the one we're going to make today is an emerald colored egg. So first I've got a foam brush. If you did the fire breathing dragon, you might already have one of these. So if that's the case, you can just get your foam brush out because you'll be using it for this craft too. And we've got a styrofoam egg. We're going to use this to make our egg with. We've got this little box here and it's taped shut. Let's see what's in there. We've got a whole bunch of push pins. Now these are pokey, so be careful. Make sure you don't drop them on the floor. You don't want to step on them either. We've got our emerald paint. And we've got some Mod Podge. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the lid off of our Mod Podge here. We're going to be using some of that, and we're going to start with our egg and our foam brush, and we're just going to put some Mod Podge on the bottom of our egg. Just get a whole bunch of it on there. It's going to soak into your egg a little bit, so most of the time we're telling you guys don't use so much glue, but this time you can use as much glue as you want. Mod Podge is just a type of glue. And so we're not going to put it on the whole egg yet, just on the bottom. Once we've got that started, we're going to go ahead and add our first push pin. We're going to try and find the bottom of our egg here, try and find the very middle. It's okay if it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be in the exact middle. Mine probably isn't. And then we're just going to keep going in a little circle, overlapping our push pins over top of it. And the glue we put on here is going to help hold down our push pins. Uh-oh, that one came back out. Once the glue dries, it'll stay. Just keep going in a little circle, making them overlap just like dragon scales. And then once you've got your first little circle of scales on there, then you can just go in a circle again. And we're going to keep doing this until we cover the entire egg. As you go, when you reach the area where you no longer have any glue, then you'll be able to grab your egg on the other end and put glue on the other half. So for now, let's just keep adding our little push pins in a circle here. Okay, so when you get to the bottom, or really the top of your egg, and you've only got a little bit of space left for maybe one or two more pins, to make sure that those pins stick, you're going to need a little more glue than just on the styrofoam egg itself. You're going to want a little bit on the pins too. So I'm going to hold my pin up, and I'm going to put some glue on the underneath of it. Then I'm going to stick that pin in. And it looks like I've got room for one more, so I'm going to put some glue on that one too. And then stick that one in. The nice part is that these stay in pretty well, so we don't actually have to wait for all the glue to dry before we move on to the next step. There is a lot of waiting involved in this, so it's good that we don't have to wait right here. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to start our painting. But before that, we need to wash the glue off of our foam brush. So let's take a break real quick and go wash our brushes off. Okay, I washed my brush off and I brought back with me a little bit of paper towel just in case we need that to dab the paint off a little bit. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the egg at the bottom and I'm going to start painting the top of it. But once I get the paint on the top, then we're going to have to take another little break. Now I'm gonna sponge it on there. I'm just gonna shove my sponge on there. That helps the paint get into all the little cracks around the pins. Smush, smush, smush. Oh, yep, see, I dripped a little paint on the table. I'm just gonna wipe that up. There we go. Dab, dab, dab. You can use lots of paint. You can do this however you want. You can dab it, or maybe you want a little of the silver showing through and you want to kind of smear it around. I'm going to dab mine because I want mine to get nice and green. But I'm only going to work on about half the egg right now. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to take another break. I know this is a long project. So we're going to take a little break and we're going to set our egg down to dry. Now to make sure that the paint doesn't smudge everywhere, we can set our eggs right here in our little boxes that we've got. There shouldn't be any pins left in it if you used them all, or maybe there's just a couple, but you can just set your egg in there. And that way the paint can dry without it getting any of your little fingerprints on it, because that'll make it look all smudgy. So we're going to take a break while the paint dries, and when we come back we're going to paint the other half. So as you guys may have noticed, this paint is a little messy. You do want to be careful not to get it on your clothes, because this kind of paint does not wash out of your clothes. So you don't want to get it on your clothes or on the carpet or the furniture. You should do it at a table. And wear some old clothes you don't care about. Now, once your egg doesn't leave paint on your fingers when you touch it, you can hold it on the other end and paint the rest of it. I'm just gonna smear a bunch of paint all over it and then do some dabbing. Dab, dab, dab. We're just gonna paint our whole egg here and get the whole thing all covered with paint. My egg's green, but there's a lot of different colors that we put out there, so you guys might have a different color. There's blue and purple and pink and even silver and gold. Alright, now my egg's all covered with paint. We're done with painting. We're just gonna stick it right back there on the box and let it dry now. Okay, now we are ready to Mod Podge our dragon egg. You can just put a whole bunch of glue over top of it. It's okay if it kind of glumps on there. It looks all white right now, but it's going to dry clear and make our dragon eggs all shiny. And just like I did with the paint, I'm going to start off just doing about half of the egg, and then we'll have to let it dry again. And then we can put Mod Podge on the other half, and then we will finally be all done. And wherever you see like a little crack, put a whole bunch of Mod Podge in there. You might want to let your dragon egg sit out overnight to make sure that it dries even in those little cracks. And so that's the half that I've done for now. Then when it dries, you can flip it over and do the other side. And we're just going to set it back down there to dry. And when it's all dry and done the next day, you can get it out and it'll be all shiny and done just like this one. And then you can play with it. I probably wouldn't throw it. If you hit it on the ground, the pins might start coming out. But there you have it, a dragon egg. And because you guys participated in doing this craft with us and joining us online, you also get the secret code. The secret code is something you can use on your bingo sheets if you're doing the summer challenge, and it just proves that you participated in one of the library events. So today's secret code for the kids is stone soup, and the secret code for the teens is sherbet lemon. All right, you guys, if you got a bingo sheet, you just write that down right next to the square that says attend a library event, or if you're doing your bingo board online, you just type that code in and then it'll let you check off that box. And that's all we've got for today. Enjoy your dragon eggs. Bye.